Hey guys, Dayton Blair from Southern Woods and Waters. We'll show y'all how to tie a few knots today. Nothing special, pretty simple. That might help you keep from breaking your line, or maybe if you don't know any good knots, you know, and you just been taught one knot. Well, today maybe we can show you 5 or 6 different techniques of what you need to tie for different baits. Alright guys, today we're going to start with a loop knot. So if you have a bait that doesn't have a ring that come with it, or a topwater lure you like, or a jig or anything you like to have a little play in, I'm fixing to show you how to tie this loop knot. Whenever you get ready to do the loop knot, all you do is put your little loop in the line. It doesn't have to be a very big one to start out with. Something like this right here. And the smaller this loop is, and the tighter you can tie it, smaller the loop will be. So I'm going to pull it down to like that. So all we're going to do, I got a big swivel here. All we're going to do is take and wrap it around 4 or 5 times. And go back through both loops, and it'll be just like this here. And as you pull it down, it'll draw the loop out. Take your tag in, cut it away, and then there's your loop knot. And it's flexible, it moves. That's for crappie jigs, topwater baits without rings, crankbaits without rings. There's a lot of techniques you can use this, and the harder you pull it, it will not move. And that's just a standard loop knot. I'm going to show y'all how to do a clinch knot. It's a simple little knot, a little stronger. It's not double clinch, but it's going to be just a standard clinch knot. Alright, so the clinch knot is you're going to go through the ring twice, and that's going to give you the appearance of this right here. It's going to have the ring in it, 2 loops when I get done here. So you want to go around 5 to 6 times and go back through both threads, through both holes, just like that. And when you pull that down, there's 2 lines now, and that's just considered a clinch knot. Some people used to call it a trilene knot. That's what I've known it for years, but that's a standard clinch. I'm going to show you how to do a double clinch knot next. This is the double clinch knot. I just showed you how to tie the clinch, and it's just the same way. All you're going to do is go through your eye of the bait or hook twice and come back to this again to where you have 2 loops. One, I'm fixing to make the second one when I start rotating. 6 to 7 times. Come back through both loops on this one, and then take your tail in and come back through the big loop here. And that's considered a double clinch. So when you tighten it up and pull it down, it's coming out of the top of the knot, but the tighter you pull it, the tighter the knot gets. If you notice, you can see it coming out of the top of the knot on this one. Well, the side basically, right in there. And that's considered your double clinch. That's a great one to tie. It's real strong. It's one of the ones I've tied my whole life. You got the double loop in there. So it's just, you know, they're both good knots. Now this tail has a tendency to catch vegetation a little bit. That's why you would tie a regular clinch instead of a double clinch knot. And of course, always have you a good pair of scissors, which I don't have, and get that tailing off there. I'll show you how to tie a Palomar knot that I'm going to use a lighter and burn the tailing off, just so it's not all frizzy and you get it down to where you want it. So tie the Palomar knot, you take and double your line and leave enough tail to cover the bait whenever you get after you get done tying this knot. So I've got this much tailing, the length of my hand here. So all we're going to do is take it and go right through the ringlet just like this. We're going to tie a simple little loop knot in it. Just a simple loop knot. But we want this tag here to be long enough to go back over the bait. So what I'm going to do is just take it and go right back over the bait with it. When I pull it down, it cinches down just like that. And then, if you don't have a good pair of scissors, like I don't, you get that off there. You can do this with a lot of things. To keep that lighter handy, you burn this tail down. Made a little mushroom head on it that keeps it from unraveling. It'll help it keep from sliding back through the knot and a lot. But that's a pretty good little trick to know right there. Alright guys, I'm going to show you how to tie a blood knot. This is braid and mono. So what you want to do Leave you a little bit of tail on each end. Pinch right here. Take the braid around 3 times or 4. When you poke it back through here, make sure you hang on to the same loop you're going to come back to with this mono. I'm fixing to have them both right through the same spot. After you get that one there, you come out the same hole with the monofilament. Hang on to the tails. Pull it down. You see the leaders stuck off there. We'll cut the tails off. But that's mono to braid or any leader type knot. Now you can pull on that good. I mean, it's not going anywhere. These are off right there. And that has a tendency to touch your rod tip a little bit, but depending on how long you have it, you'll never feel that sliding between your eyes. But that is the blood knot to tie leaders with. I'm going to show y'all how to attach your line to the reel with a little knot in it to make sure it stays real tight when you're trying to put line on here. People always ask me that question. So I'm just going to put us a simple little knot in there. Something like that right there. And we'll cut the tag off that little feller. We got a simple little knot. So all we're going to do is loop it around the spool. And we're just going to tie it around through there one time and pull it down. And we're going to do that again and pull it down. And this time just follow your lead down. And now you just pull it around through there. And she's tight. Drop her down. And there you go. You're ready to put line on your reel.